And that's when you were like, I want to make some internet videos.
Oh yeah, I did. In college, I was doing the stand-up and improv, and then I became a cop, and the hours didn't match. You couldn't do the same.
No.
Like if there was an open mic night, couldn't do it. I was working for stand-up. There was improv. You do a practice at the beginning of the week so you can warm up and work with a group that you're about to work with on the weekend. And then you would do the shows on the weekend. Well, I could make one, but not the other. That didn't work. And then they would schedule me out like when I could do it, it'd be like 3 months later. And I'd forget. And they'd call me up like half an hour before the show and be like, where are you? And I'd be like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. My bad. I'm sorry. It's been so long since you called me up. And so then eventually they let me go, which was the right thing to do. I can't blame them. That was on me. You know, I wasn't making it on time and the job was getting in the way. So I started doing, Vine, and then it was Instagram and Facebook and then YouTube.
No shit. So
and then TikTok until they booted me off because there were so many fake accounts that they said that my shit was inauthentic, even though all the shit that was stolen from me was posted months, days, years after I posted it. So I started it all over again, but I'm not really interested in that shitty ass platform that doesn't talk to any of its creators.
Yeah. And
Facebook too. Facebook, garbage. TikTok, garbage. They don't talk to any of its creators. They're going to make millions and billions off of all these people, but you can't even get like a 1-800 helpline for when you accidentally do the wrong thing and delete my 1.4 million followers on TikTok.
Savs went through a 500,000 account and another 200,000 account. She's had 2 accounts deleted. And there's no TikTok is almost as bad as Meta we were talking about earlier. There's just zero.
Oh, I think TikTok's the worst. They don't even talk to you. Meta, they'll be like, hey, there's an issue. You can dispute it. TikTok was like, your videos are inauthentic. I'm like, what the f*** does that even mean?
I am angry. I am the angry cop.
I'm the dude pretending to be the dude that's disguised as another dude.
So what was it? Vine? What was your first video that really, bumped you into, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to continue doing this?
Nah, it was always a hobby. There was never a video that made me be that was like, this is my direction now. It was always
even
like,
now to this day. Do you have that same feeling?
Yeah, no, it's just each video's success is like a round of applause.
No shit.
Yeah, it's like I'm really bad. Like could I look at the analytics and see what's going right and do better and try to make things like more focused? Yes, but I do the jokes and the things because I like them. And then if people like it, that's just like, it's like telling a joke and see how loud the applause is.
And I think that's why you're super successful. I will say
I'm mediocrely successful. I'd be super successful if I applied some of the analytics a little bit more.
I think with everything
that's
rolling
a
out,
fucking true. Don't bullshit me.
Off in 2 years, where do you think you will be with everything that's going on? How like unsub you're going with that kind of consensual pepper box?
I think
you'll be in a good place. And I will say it is, you're doing it for the right reasons because you're not chasing a paycheck, which is why you continue to do it. You're not looking at the analytics and you're not like, oh, well, it's not worth my time. That is where I think you watch so much failure is, even when I did, I never was doing it because initially, hey, I'm going to make this much money. I just wanted to learn stuff and get better. That's why you have that downfall. It's like chasing a paycheck and you expect it to happen in like 6 months. You did it how long before you've seen a single dollar?
Oh, dude, I was doing stand-up and before, like, let's not even talk about social media. I was doing in-person, like, live comedy for free for years just because that's who I am and I loved it.
Yep. And that's why you are successful at it now is you weren't doing, you loved it. That was the passion. It wasn't the money. It was, I want to make people laugh. And then you figure out how to do that with content. Mm-hmm. And you figure out how to do stand-up. Yeah. And now you are successful in this endeavor.
I think I'm going to be exactly where I am right now.
I'll bet. What do we want? What do we wager on this? I bet you are infinitely bigger.
Let me explain what I mean. Okay. Let me explain. So then, because you're going to be proven wrong. I'm never wrong. Take that to the bank. So I think that the unsub universe, which we're in, has gained me new followers, right? Like people are aware of who I am. They think I'm funny. They enjoy me on the show, right? But that's me as like a guest. That's not me as like, I like Rich. I like Rich as a guest, right? So that's different. And I think that's going to bring people to my channel that maybe don't know who I am and are going to eventually like me and follow me for just being me and not being a guest on the show. But what I think that's going to do is I think it's going to replace the people that I lose on YouTube. So let's say that YouTube is my main focus, like, right? Because that's the largest following that I have. And I've been on there for quite a long time. So I'm at 1.4 million subs now. And even though I've grown in subs, right, I've had about the same viewership numbers per video, right, since I've had like 800,000. And like, this isn't like a brag. I'm just saying, just analytically, since I've had 800,000 followers, the amount of views that I have on my videos has ebbed and flowed about the same from that growth of 800,000 to the 1.4 million that I have now, right? So a 600,000 follower growth, but the views have kind of, ebbed and flowed and stayed around the same viewership area, right?
Yeah.
So I think that that's what's going to happen. I think that more people will kind of know who I am because of the unsub world, because I'm associated with it. And I think that part of what you're saying is I do it because I love it. And also, like, I feel like sometimes I got to air out the dirty laundry so then people can like look at it. Which is, it's what you do when you're a drill sergeant. You call out the stupid and you say, fix that.
Well, you're truthful to the audience. I think that's what they super appreciate. It is you being real, and they can connect with that. It's like,
people smell out a fake. People will smell out a fake
so
real
fast.
quick.
So fast.
Yeah, and I put my career, like military, police, and YouTube, I put all those careers on the line at least once over the past like 5-6 years. Like at least once. All of them. So like you can't.
Even at the live show you did. Atlanta.
Nah. People in Atlanta love me. They knew who I am. Ain't no snitching in Atlanta.
But it is. I think you'll have in the next 2 years, with how your Pepperbox viewership is, you're building a more dedicated, loyal audience, and as Pepperbox expands, you will see YouTube grow. Your average will go up about 20 to 25%. Pepperbox will continue to increase, which is extremely loyal fan base, especially with the live shows later this year. You're just getting a more dedicated audience that really rally behind anything you do. That's what my projected goal.
So I think I've already had that. Like before Unsub had a dedicated audience, and I'm not shitting on Cody or Brandon, but I think I had the most dedicated audience.
Oh, yeah.
Before like everybody came to where they're at, right? And I want to say part of that is because of like they could smell a fake. They know when I would put my career on the line and they know when I would get emotional about like protecting troops because I really do care about the troops.
Yeah, 100%. You get about like if I can't stress that enough to the listeners right now, it is like you care about all these aspects of it, from the troops to policing, and then you also really are truthful about it. Like there is no punches.
Like here's the way that it is. You may not like it, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm going to tell you the way that it is. But so even like for the longest time, JT from Black Rifle Coffee, we got it in like a fun spat, like a little like Instagram Twitter war thing.
So beef.
And he called me up. He's like, dude, call off the dogs. Call off the dogs. He's like, your following is insane. Like we're joking and they're not threatening him, right? But like when it comes to, hey, I'm gonna poke the bear and I want you to poke me back and we're gonna see like we're gonna battle it out in the comments. My followers were like, did you say? Wham! Yeah, and that's the way that they are in my comment section too. Is I'll every once in a while I'll get a retard that says something dumb. So like Twitter is a weird space where you get shit on by everybody, right? There's all these barking noises that are coming around, right? And in Twitter, I'll have somebody write a dumb comment to me, and I'll be like, I'll give you an example. Like I wrote about like hey, that this doesn't make sense about policing today. And then somebody goes, makes sense. You probably served overseas and are a bootlicker for Israel. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with anything I just said. So that's Twitter, right? And in Twitter, there's so many weird comments like that nobody really just responds to it. They just ignore
one
it,
view.
which is kind of the right thing anyway, because it's a troll being stupid. On YouTube, that's a different world. And also Instagram. That's a different world. If you come onto my YouTube, especially my YouTube, and you shit on me for something that doesn't make sense, or you misinterpret a video in the wrong way and try to put your skew on it, my comment section will f you up. They will f you up. Right? I used to do it every once in a while. I'd be like, oh, look at this retard. I don't have to. My comment section will you up because they get me. They're like, no. You may not like what he has to say, and you might disagree with him every once in a while, but this guy cares, and he's not, and he's going to tell you it exactly the way that it is without any sort of sweetener or frills. He's going to go, no, this sucks, and here's why. I bet you wish that it could be great for these reasons, and I wish it could be too. But guess what? Reality is it sucks.
Dude, I love our audience. So, like your audience, our audience. It is I forget it. It was something about, it was an episode on autism, and one of the comments on YouTube was bitching about it. They're like, you can't say that, or blah,
on
blah,
unsub?
blah. Yeah, on unsub YouTube comments. And my only response to that was like, hey, I replied was like, man, you're about to hate this. And I just pinned his comment to the top. I just pinned it.
Yeah.
And then dude deleted that comment within a day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nope, not with them. Like, no. And then they will disappear indefinitely. And that's where
I've done that too.
They never come back. They never come back.
Oh, I've done that too. I've had guys that have just like, this YouTube channel doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I've only done that once or twice where it was somebody that was just like, they said the right dumb thing where I was like, oh man, like you're a shitty person for even like, one, you don't listen. Two, the thing that you said is just horrible. And three, like you pin. I've only done it once or twice.
Dude, they are savage.
Oh, yeah.
The audience just rips them apart. And you're like, oh, I learned mine from, was it Levy, Gotham Chess? Gotham Chess, he's like a chess YouTuber. Massive. In a single year, he grew like 6 million subs. Yeah. Like every video is doing like, he does 30 minutes to an hour videos, and they're getting like 2 to 6 million per upload. Every day he's doing 1 to 2 uploads.
I love talking business with you. It's so much fun to talk business. This is going to get no views unless you like inside baseball on YouTube and social media. This is going to do so.
They're going to do so good.
Nick's video, 250,000 views. Angry Cops, 10,000 views.
No, this is, dude, Nick's, everyone read the comments about Nick's video because Nick talked about his childhood. It was all aspects no one's ever heard of.
Everybody's heard all my shit already. I live my life in a fishbowl. You can't like.
I didn't know
nothing,
any of this.
There's nothing that I haven't said already.
I didn't know any of this. I'm going to pin that.
Oh, you're a horrible friend.
Yeah,
but like I still
know
accept
that.
you. It's because you're rich and I'm trying to scam you. Like,
I'm autistic. I don't care what my friends do.
That's just being a man. That's being a man.
That is great. Walk away.
Like, we went to go golf. What'd you guys talk about? I don't know. I don't remember. Did you? Is he still dating that person? I don't know. What? What do you mean you don't know? Well, we were just golfing and drinking. Our brains shut off for a while. That's why we enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, I was just shut everything off.
Talked about Metal Gear Solid for an hour and a half.
The greatest thing. Gotham Chess, crushing it. He pins all the people that say dumb shit. He just that's every video. He just pins it to the top. I was like, that is a genius approach to trolls.
Yeah.
Because then I got to watch them just get completely destroyed, delete their channel, everything like that. I was like, I'm going to have to implement that sometime. So just.
I had one video I did a while ago, and it was Drill Sergeant Reed's angry comments. And I put my hat on and my BDU top on, and I read angry comments on this one video. I forget what it was specifically, but the Afghan terrorist organization did not like it, and neither did their supporters. And so they were like shitting on me. And I just like went down the line and started picking on them, and I made a video out of it. Honestly, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't even know how good it is, but I had legit like dudes that were like, we are from blah 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 and we will kill you, and listen, we support it. And I was like, yo, you're a terrorist. Sweet. I'm trolling terrorists in my YouTube comments. Like, that was a cool time. I really like that.